Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ice Age. My name is Iceman and I'm bringing you something a little bit different today. So, some of you may think that this is a multiplayer shooter. It's not. It's Minesweeper on Windows. And I just wanted to upload this because I play a lot of Minesweeper, and frankly, the amount of people that tell me they aren't good at it or don't know how to play it is rather absurd. So I figured I'd put up a little video on what I usually do when I'm playing Minesweeper. I know a lot of you out there are probably way better at Minesweeper than me, don't need tips, kind of wondering why I'm even putting up a Minesweeper game in the first place, and I'm kind of wondering that too, but hopefully some of you guys will find this useful a little bit if you guys play any sort of Minesweeper at all. If you don't, feel free to ignore the video. This is just kind of a little interesting thing I wanted to put up for you guys. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk about what's going through my head when I'm playing Expert Minesweeper. So yeah, I'm just going to do this while I play just a totally random new game, so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at, or hear what I'm thinking about when I'm playing. So anyway, I pick a random square and open it up. Hopefully I get something pretty nice like this, where it gets a nice open space, so a good variety of numbers. And as I'm going, I just kind of want to talk about the three main things, I guess, that I think about while I'm playing. The first one, obviously, being corners, like you see here, which are really nice because they're a really good starting point, really obvious as mines, especially if there's a 1 near them. So it's pretty obvious this one's a mine. And from there, it can usually branch off and lead you to a lot more other corners, if you expand some of the squares around that one. So using the double click or the left and right click together, say on this one, I can open up a bunch more down here, and just like I thought, it opened up another corner for me right here with this one. Again, obviously a mine. And kind of repeating the pattern, any ones that I can find around mines, I can just easily double click them, open them up like this, get some more corners. But looks like right here, kind of out of corners, I can also open up this one because of this guy. Let's see, a second thing that I usually think about that, I don't know, maybe some people don't usually, are that straight flat edges, like here, can be just as useful as the corners. A lot of people just go for the corners, and when they can't do that anymore, they stop playing. But anyway, so flat edges are really nice for me, especially when there's threes. So you can tell the threes are only touching 3 pieces. So all of these are mines just automatically right off the bat, and that's something you can always count on. And usually when this happens, you can then open up a bunch more squares because like these 2s which are surrounding it, have both of their mines already set, and this 1 already has its mine already set. So you can like double click on the 2s to open things up. These ones right here are already touching a mine, so you can open them up, and just like that you have some more corners as well, like right here. So you can double click your way through some of these 1s all around here, this 1 as well, so you can open up that one. Just like that, working on some more corners here to go down this flat edge. Here you see another 3, so both of these are mines as well. One other thing though, another pattern that a lot of people don't recognize that I started to figure out, if you ever see 1, 2, 1 on a flat edge, you can just take it for granted that the 2 squares directly touching the 1s are both mines, just like this, and that the 1 touching the 2 directly perpendicular to the 2 is not a mine, and that is always true. I've done a lot of testing with that. That's always the case. And just like that, I have the ability to double click this 2 and then this 2 as well, because it's touching these diagonally. Just like that, right there, just open up a bunch more squares for myself. Got another corner right here, and because it's a 2, I know it's a bomb, or a mine, I suppose. And I can double click some 1s here, and just like that, really opened up a nice area for myself. This 3 as well has 1, 2, 3 already marked, so I can open up those squares as well. One other thing, I guess, that hopefully I'll run into in a little bit that I can talk about is something that's kind of deals with counting the mines that are already touching a particular number in a square so that you can selectively open other squares around it that you know aren't mines. So here, like I was talking about, I have some nice corners ready for me. Double click through these guys, open them up nice and pretty. Here's a corner. This 2 is really nice because it's already touching these 2, so I can open him, get some more corners. This 2 is already touching 2, so I can open that up, open the 1s, continue just looking for corners, looking for things that are already touching as many as they're supposed to be, like this one right here, like that one right there. This is something you'll see a lot, this pattern right here with the 3, where it's touching one of the corners up above it, and then it's also touching 2 of the pieces down below it. So that's something pretty common to look out for. Also, like I was talking about with the flat areas, with the 3s earlier, this is another common one. If the flat area you're looking at touches one of the edges of the screen, you'll likely see a 2. And because this 2 is only touching 2 squares, they're automatically both mines. This one's already touching 1, so you can open that. You can mine this one because this 3 is only touching 2, but it only has 3 options. You can open this 4 because of these 4 right here. And you can kind of continue the process double clicking as you go. So now here's a good example I want to talk about with the selective opening thing. So I know that this 2 has already 1 mine touching it, and it has 3 other options here for that second mine. But looking in conjunction, before I start randomly clicking on one of them, I can look at this 1 that's next to it right here. And I know that this 1 has to be touching one of these mines. And because both of the options for the mine for the 1 are contained within the options for the mine for this 2 right here, I know that the mine for the 2 also has to be somewhere in here, so I can selectively open this one perfectly safely by knowing that it's not a mine. It's something that's really awesome, really good method that I've found, and just like that I can start eliminating other mines as well, because this guy right here, like this 4, has 3, but he only has 1 more option, and I can start double clicking through some other sections that I know are going to be safe for me. So here, there's really no logical way to be able to pick which one is the mine just from this situation. So this is something that I like to leave until maybe I come back through this section over here to the left and I can kind of attack it from the back. So I'm just going to kind of leave that for the moment. I'm also probably not going to play this whole game in this video. I just wanted to, kind of talk about some of the things that go through my head when I'm playing. So here again is an example of that selective opening thing. This 2 has to have its second mine somewhere in here, but this 1 is touching all 3 of these, but because the mine for the 2 has to be in here, I know that the mine for the 1 also has to be in there, so I can just open this one just like that. So just going through some other examples, double clicking, making sure I can get all the options open for the things that I'm touching for the mines. Really good way to quickly and easily open a bunch of things. Here you see that 1, 2, 1. It's also attached to a corner, which makes it a little easier to see, but like I was saying, the 1s are both mines and the 2 is not going to be a mine. Here we have some pretty nice corners, allowing me to kind of double click through those areas pretty quickly. So here, just a nice example of being able to figure out which mines are for this 3, because this 2 is also here, so we know that that one's not a mine. Here's 4. This is another configuration you'll see a lot. 3 in a corner and then 1 diagonally to it, which make up 4 for this guy. So then I know that those aren't mines as well. So that's just a little bit about what I think about when I'm playing Minesweeper. I usually play Expert Minesweeper just because the games last a little bit longer than if you play on something easier. I know a ton of you guys out there probably don't need any sort of tips on Minesweeper, you're already pros. But for, you know, the people that might not be or wanted to get a little better at it, whatever, that's just some of the stuff I'm going through my mind. Here, though, I guess I'll probably end the video on this. This is a situation where you can't figure it out by logic, you just have to guess. So I'm going to go ahead and guess whether I win or lose, I don't know, but this is just something that you can't figure out because the mine has to be in one of the two, and you know, looking at both the 4 and the 1, it's not really going to help you out. So I'm just going to go ahead and click, but whatever happens, I'm just going to go ahead and end the video. If you guys have, you know, any sort of other comments, or you never want to see anything like this again, you're just here for the multiplayer gameplay, you know, that's totally cool. Let me know if you want to see more random kind of silly side things like Minesweeper or whatever. Definitely let me know that as well. And let's guess. Oh, okay, darn. Well, I guess that ends this video, so until next time, peace, love, and ice.